Hello guys, it is the Promethean Factor, or CJ. So, we're gonna talk about today about the wonders of both schools and its talents, and it'll be jump-starting your choices to, if you're to want to make a new wizard, I'm gonna jumpstart your thinking so you can prepare for the future and think about what skills you should train. So yeah. Firstly, I'm gonna start off with death, not too overpowered. It's an average school. It's a little overpowered with the bone dragon. It's kind of hard to counter and stuff, and yeah. So um death is actually known for its ability to bone dragon, and then upon that bone dragon, spam other attacks. So if you can bone dragon, you can also wrath, and then you can also vampire, and then if he still has health, you could just do something cool, and then your death. So you have all the infections, all the doom and glooms, and even in your doom and gloom, you can always use a steal health, like if you could use Dr. Vaughn or Vampire to steal health, and the doom and gloom won't affect your draw health. So you won't even have to worry about doom and gloom. So training life, you wouldn't have to, because you already have automatic. You have sacrifice. If you have critical and sacrifice, you're good to go. And or you could just use the Wrath or Dr. Vaughn, those type of spells to just draw health really quickly, and it's really good because you're gonna hit him and then take his health, so that is really good. Even if he shields, it should be doing a good amount of damage, even like with Pierce. If you're like a max level, or you're not a max level yet, you can infallible and then do some cool, like Dr. Vaughn. So, next school we're gonna go on to fire, and it's really easy to use. Fire is known for its usage of damage over time spells, and then the Barat is it's like a combo of Link and then Ifrit. It's really easy to use. I mean, I never had a fire before, but if I did, I would definitely use that Link Ifrit combination, because a lot of people seem to do it, or they unless they don't want to link, they will set out they will get out their minions so they can link for them, and they can continue blade stacking or worry about shielding or stuff like that. And another thing that they can do is they're known for really high critical. So even if you're like a legendary, your critical will be high, like at least 200 at most. So that's really good for fire. And next will be life. And actually, life is pretty hard to use. I never actually PvP'd with it, but for max levels, I know it's really easy. All you have to do is stack a couple of blades, maybe shadow strike or not, and then you can just go ahead and spiny sword. But for legendaries, I usually see them spamming centaurs, even with shields there. But and then they have really high incoming heal boosts, so they can always heal out. So healing's not a problem. They can tank and heal at the same time, so that's really awesome that they can do that, because even with infection, their heal will be pretty high. So yeah, that's good for life. Or the other choices, they can buy treasure card earthquakes to like get rid of shields, or treasure card shatter, or treasure card pierce, stuff like that. So they can go ahead and pierce and then hit. But a good choice, a good strategies to do is get ice dispel, cloak it, and like if you're going second, you can you're gonna, like, when you're getting ready to attack, you can cloak, you can cloak your ice to spell pierce, and then when they go into shield themselves, they can't shield, so you can just go in for the gnome. So yeah, and that's really easy. I thought of that for my ice, but the first time I tried it, this ice girl was spamming shield, so it wasn't really working for me. So yeah, and what else? There is the School of Myth. Myth is really OP, and that's really the only reason why I don't have one right now is because if I make one right now, I mean, it's gonna be too easy to get Warlord. I mean, come on, like your Myth is given Orthoris, Minotaur, all these jazz, and all these minions like Talos. Like Talos can earthquake. I find it really OP, and it's really good because even if they shield, you can use Minotaur to because Minotaur only would take one of the shields, and then they're open for another attack. Or if you're like the stunning kind of guy, you can also use Talos, which also uses stuns, and then Ballast, and then go into a Minotaur combo. So it's gonna be a Ballast. I don't know how to pronounce that. Or you can do a Ballast into a Minotaur combo, and you could always use the Time of Legend bubble. It's really Time of Legend bubble is really good for boosting those attacks. Minotaur can do at least 1,000 with the Myth bubble, so that is really good. So what else? What am I said death. Balance. Let's see. Balance is known for its judge, but I don't want to think of it as judge. I don't use it for judge. I used to actually, but I took judge out of my deck, and I've been winning quite a couple of matches, but it'll be easier to have judge here and there. I mean, I would have won a lot of matches of judge, but I took it out of my deck because I didn't want a whole school be based on one spell. That would be just really unfair. So I just took it out of my deck, and you could actually see it right here. Hold on, let me show you. Look, I don't have any. This is my 2v2 deck, but let me switch to my 1v1. Yeah, 1v1. I do not have any type of judge because I don't want to be based on judge. Summon minion in case I spec a spectral a fire. If that's the case, that is really good because specking fires, that's my luck is I always spec storm, which is actually the worst thing. And if I spec ice, I spec ice. Yeah, and actually I see balance as like a spam type spell, spam type, like I would fallible or infallible, and then spam Hydra, and then go ahead and Savage in between rounds, or Scorpion if I need to get like a shave off like 500 health off of him, or if I need to like at least get 200 off of him, that would be great, because 200 at like a legendary level, 200 is really a lot, and especially those warlords that have a lot of health, it's really good to have that Scorpion there. So yeah, and what else? What am I missing? I went through life, myth, death, fire. What am I missing? Storm is good for spamming, and it's pretty self-explanatory. They have really high critical. And you can always spam bats and stuff. I mean, it's not very easy. I mean, not very hard to use. You just have to have the right gear, and once you have the right gear, you can just go in with the spams, like the lightning bolts and all those good stuff. And what else should I say? I think I'm done here because I mentioned death. I mentioned all the schools, so I hope this video helped if you are gonna make another wizard. So if I'll see you next time. I'll make you a video. My 10 minutes is almost running out, as you see, like right here, it's counting down. Alright, bye guys. I'm going to see you the next time. Bye.